hearing those groans and turning around to see what I can immediately tell is the wreck of that ship. That gives me chills every time. By the way, where is the source of that noise? Oh, right there! I still find these things fascinating. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Subnautica. And I know I've been promising it for quite a long time, but today we finally have the means to really start doing some freeform exploring. We can go deeper than ever, we've got more blueprints than ever, and I might be jumping the gun a little bit, but I think I might actually end up building the prawn before the Cyclops. We're gonna need all the titanium we can carry, and as you can see, we've packed up the mobile vehicle bay so that we can deploy this prawn where we need it, directly where we need it. Because from what I remember, it's normally transported around the map via the Cyclops, which we curiously, and probably unintentionally, simply don't have the materials for yet, or the blueprints. And this thing can't really get around too much on its own, because the whole thing of it is that it walks along the seafloor. Oh, look at this. When we can't even see the waves, when all we can see is this huge creature gliding in the darkness. It's like seeing zeppelins traversing about in the sky, isn't it? I mean, this is why I'm showing a lot more silence in this series compared to others, because it's not just about the things we're finding, it's about the journey, it's about the things we're seeing. There's a reason everything's a big glass window in this game. Otherwise, what would be the point of travel? I won't lie though, it is a little bit spooky at night. Actually, it's spookier to stay closer to the surface because then you can't see anything when it gets deeper. And I won't lie, I have lost my way a little bit. We don't have a beacon at the second base yet, and because we picked up that PDA, we no longer have a waypoint at the Aurora rendezvous site. But you know what? I believe this is actually an opportunity. An opportunity to do a little bit more exploring. A little bit more, I don't know. Actually, an opportunity to test something else out as well. If we use the stasis rifle on you, sir, will it actually work? Ah, you can be trapped in it. What happens if we swim in there with you? Well, you make your displeasure vocally known. That's one thing you'll do. And maybe we can even dissect one of you. But I didn't quite feel confident approaching in that very moment. There are very loud things happening all around, and I don't like it one bit. But the sun is rising. So perhaps that's a good sign? Huh, you've come to chase me down, have you? Hey, look, gasopods. What are you guys doing all the way over here? I've only seen you in the shallows up until this point, but that's really neat to know that you'll actually go to these depths. Not only that, but we found another one of these vents. I'm really starting to think that these things must indicate something more beneath the surface, right? And one of you guys hanging around. That almost seems to be reliable, is you guys being near these things. Thermal plant, we've got it, and no room in our inventory. And just perhaps another wreck. We should start using our compass more to understand where these things are in relation to each other. In fact, I think I'll be servicing soon because I'd really like to see that island. I need some frame of reference. Vehicle upgrade console. I think we've already got this. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave this uncut for now. simply because I don't want to come across it later and think I've already been inside. Oh, look at this archway. Absolutely huge, but somehow things feel relatively calm underneath it. I'm just constantly on the lookout for places I might hide if some huge leviathan were to come out of the shadows at me. Ooh. That's quite a large cave entrance. Or is it a cave entrance? And nope, just sloping ever deeper, and we are about at our limit. Okay, let's try surfacing to see roughly where we are. Actually, we must be pretty far away, because I think we should be about 2,500 meters away from the cannon outpost. Ooh, but I bet we'll be able to see the island from the surface at this distance. It's so cool how navigation is left largely up to you. It's not frustrating because you can just place a beacon, but it's up to you to build the infrastructure. Okay, so we can see the distant island. Why can't we see ours? Oh, wait. Oh, we can... Oh, I thought it disappeared with the thing. Okay, never mind. Well, you know what? I don't regret a thing, because we got to see some new areas. Howdy, bucko. Ooh, hello. You've got something interesting on your back. That is glowing. If we stay around you for too long, we'll lose our thing. Break barnacle. Wait, no, I've gotta drop something. Forgotten our inventory was full. Oh, come on, where's that? Where's what you dropped? Alright, well, there's some more back here. Break barnacle. Are you not actually dropping anything? No. Oh, wait, no, yes. Oh, it just acts as a type of rock that grows on you. We got copper. God, we've been approaching you with the sea moths, but it's another thing entirely to actually swim amongst you. You just exude this peaceful energy, like, you just know you guys are chill, without really any reason for why that would be. And it's extremely weird seeing all these bladderfish out here. What are they doing? Oh, look at that huge thing. Have we been to this one already? It certainly doesn't look like it. Are those perhaps Cyclops parts? Cyclops bridge fragment.
Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge, bottom-dwelling life form.
What kind of huge, bottom-dwelling life form? That's less than assuring. Another bridge fragment. I'm not sure how many pieces we need. I don't know if we ever got the reactor pieces. Cyclops decoy tube. Oh, wait, so it can actually fire, like, I guess different types of torpedoes? Man, it's so crazy how we keep finding all these upgrades to this thing, and we still can't even build one. But I do still think it would be interesting to build the prawn first. Now, what else? There's gotta be one more. Maybe we'll have to get inside. Okay. Well, class, it looks like we have our distraction for the day. I'll have to drop off some of my stuff at the base nearby. In the meantime, you're not a cuttable. But you certainly are enterable. What is this? Propulsion arm! Well, that would make 3 arms, so that means that we're gonna have to start making some choices once we build this thing. Okay, what else can we find? 2 minutes. A cuttable. Okay, so the cuttables have those things on the side. I had suspected that, but I had never really looked until now. I really do think that for an exploration game, there needs to be a constant feeling that you're making progress, and I really like the way that this one does it, in that progress, in this case, just almost universally means down. So we got that now.
New blueprint acquired.
Cyclops shield generator creates a temporary barrier around the sub, rendering it invulnerable for a brief time. Maybe that's how we deal with Leviathans.
Acquired.
Knowledge is power for sure. But oh, never mind. You're not cuttable. Okay, I feel like I come to this theory and then have it refuted like twice an episode. But you know what? Don't worry about it. I know there's got to be more here, but I am running low on O2. So let's get ourselves out of here. Yeah, I'm thinking that most likely what's going to happen is we need to follow a loop up and over. I think that from a game design perspective, you can look at a ship and kind of figure out what your path through is going to be. That can help keep you orientated. Oh wait, there's a PDA over here. Hello? I thought I got a PDA. What did I just pick up? Wait, Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops hull fragment? Have I been passing these things by the entire time? That just looked like a huge chunk of the ship. Okay, well that changes the calculus a bit. There's gotta be more such things around here, right? Oh no. Oh, this place does go deeper. Okay, I'm gonna definitely get some more oxygen first. Okay, this is a very exciting wreck. We just have to find the right nooks and crannies. So through here, it's very easy to get caught up. Kind of the opposite of my theory is true. We're moving down. We can get out this way. Okay. There's our outpost, looking ghostly as ever. Your supports want to load in? No? You're good like that? Huh, okay. Maybe there we go. I was gonna say, they're buoyant probably, but not that much.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, right, we never built the... I don't think we ever built the fabricator. Well, that's a bit of an issue. Do we have the things we need for it? Nope. Well, we can at least make some inventory space by making a locker. We need to gather the stuff for a prawn suit. We're gonna build it here. Tell you what, I'm getting a stupid idea. We can come down to 300 meters. We've got our better O2. We've got a fully charged Sea Glide. No spare batteries. Want to see how deep we can go? $400 meters. $500 meters. And you're a creature egg. Look at this lost world. My god. Sorry, I'm just trying to be conscious of thumbnails. Oh, that's cool. By repeatedly tapping F6, I can, like, remove the UI in layers. I hadn't even noticed that.
Detecting a titanium mass somewhere in this area. Unable to confirm whether it originated on the Aurora.
Well, we know there is natural titanium. Could something have sunk this deep? I mean, I don't see why not. But I'm not seeing a whole lot to pick up either. Just keeping a very, very close eye. Oh! on our position relative to the sea moth. Oh, there's one of these. We can grab you to make aerogel. No way. No way! Hey, hang on. Okay, not only did we find the proposed Degasi habitat, we encountered something else, too. I'm going to... Where's that stasis rifle? I want to learn about you, sir. Perhaps you're too large. But you don't seem to want to bother me. I hope this doesn't come off as intrusive. Crab squid. After this, we're surfacing and heading back. By surfacing, I mean going to the sea moth. How long does this last, I wonder? Okay, catch and release. You're all good. Now let me the heck out of here. Alright, more urinite. Urine. Whatever, there's no time for that, we're dying. Oh, that makes this so much more terrifying. If we don't surface in the right spot, we may not be able to make it. Okay. Wow. Okay, I mean, I've spent so long chasing signals, I've forgotten to do the freeform exploring, to push myself. I've only been doing what's, like, really, really safe. Well, I mean, the crab squids disagree, but... I should have read that thing's entry first, but I really want to see the Degasi habitat. Where was it? Thing literally has a giant thing on the screen and I still can't find it, spinning around 360 degrees. You're guarding it. Has it actually become maybe your home? Still, the fact that they built this thing suggests that they themselves had some pretty crazy blueprints, didn't they?
Came out of nowhere. An alien kraken, bigger than a cyclops. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. I barely got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. The rupture threw me clear of the habitat. And the monster turned and bore down on me. And just as its tentacles came within reach, neither appeared out of nowhere. She had a sea glide in one hand, a jagged piece of scrap metal in the other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. I'm certain she got her wish, one way or another. Then I thought I saw a light deep below me. I hoped maybe Bart had swum clear. I followed it. Now I wonder whether I saw anything at all. Our oxygen is low. The habitat is gone. I can't see the sky. Something surely has the scent of my blood.
Absolutely horrifying. And why did you set up down here? Okay, we need to go get air.
Integrating new PDA.
Knowledge is power in these matters. And I want to know more about what's down there. Surely this goes a lot farther than what we've seen. But there is one more log that we didn't get.
Please, stop fighting and listen. We're sick.
What?
How?
You've been coughing, right? Feeling itchy? Blisters?
Yeah.
The biometrics would have warned us if we were sick.
It's something new. It's not in the database.
Come on, then. What's it gonna do? Turn us inside out? Dissolve us into jelly?
It's an alien bacteria. It's everywhere. Every organism on this planet. It's altering our genetic code.
How are the creatures surviving if they're infected?
I don't know yet.
Want me to cut some of them open for you? Find out what makes them tick?
No.
Just tell me what you need, son. Materials, equipment.
Just... Can I have some quiet? I need some time to think.
So they found out that they were infected. Maybe they found this bioresearch facility that we learned about? I mean, if we find evidence of them there, maybe they could have already gotten started on something that could help us. But that's not what I'm interested in right now. Right now, I need to learn a little bit about the locals. Crab squid. This large predator can be found in deep waters, where it lurks amongst the blood kelp and membrane trees in search of prey. It can deploy a powerful electromagnetic pulse to defend itself. Well, it's a good thing we used the stasis rifle then. 10 limbs feature different appendages for swimming, walking, hunting, and possibly even tool use. Are they intelligent, like earthbound cephalopods? Creatures caught in its grasp are expertly butchered and quickly consumed. Rays and other illuminated herbivores are its usual prey, and it will approach and attack any light source in the vicinity. Its EMP blast was likely developed as a response to predation by creatures with electrical hunting mechanisms. While crab squids appear to have large brains and a resemblance to the intelligent squids of Earth, the organ inside the creature's head is in fact its stomach, which it must fill with startling regularity. Okay, so I guess that's wrong, and it may be a big dum-dum. Either way, it probably has the ability to disable my CMOF, so maybe it's just as well that we can't bring it down there. It didn't seem to actively chase us, but we should still probably keep our distance. I'm just going to do one more quick dive to see if there's any materials, but I think we've learned about all we can for now. More uranite and more stuff for aerogel. Oh, come on, we're burning up here. But I do need you. I want to find out if I can grow you. And warpers are down here, too. It's not lost on me that this is by far the deepest we've been. And honestly, I'm really pushing my luck. It's kind of frustrating me that I'm not really finding any break-openables down here. But we do have a source of uranite if we do have greater power needs. Maybe if we develop the water filtration system. It's just all down here. We've got rubies as well, meaning this is a great place to produce aerogel. This place has a use yet. Not to mention quartz. Oh, hey, I've only just noticed we got another radio message. Well, we can't quite do that here. But I'm thinking I can probably get table coral and maybe gold from up on dry land. I'll tell you what, this guy's power cell actually really needs to charge right now. So I'm just going to grab it from you. And we'll bring it to the other one and do a swap. I can get some of what I need from the other base. And now I don't have to spend half an hour holding down W anymore.
This is Life Pod 2, coordinates attached. We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make for the rendezvous and keep you posted. Out.
Well, that's good news. That's more or less our limit.
Uploaded to PDA.
Okay, so where are you then? Life pod 2. Right down there, about 1 kilometer away. It's kind of far from anything, actually. It's in a completely different direction. I knew it. I knew that right under the cannon outpost we could find some magnetite. And that and lithium are two things we're gonna have to start stocking up on because we need it for some of our very important upgrades. Diamond, we need that too. All this deep sea stuff, that's what we're in need of right now. And I've come down here at night completely forgetting that Leviathan is out here. Leviathan, which our stasis rifle does not work on. Oh, I'm seeing a little bit of a glow. Hopefully that means that daylight is coming and... Actually, does that help? Does it help to know where things are if there's nothing you can do about them if they decide to come at you? questions, philosophical questions, also very practical questions. It's kind of the nature of this game. Hello. Had we seen these caves before? They don't seem to go too deep, but I don't think we have much time to linger. What say you, shale? Gold, I'll take it. Oh, you're a new type of plant. Regress shell. This specimen is composed of a complex series of regressing rings connected by tendrils. Thanks for the info. My question was, can I eat it? We're running real low on O2, but Cyclops engine fragment, okay. I guess we already have the engine. So that leaves, I guess, the reactor and the bridge, which should only need one part each, right? Unless we already have the reactor. Oh, that's another radio message. And we also have tons and tons of diamond and magnetite, which means we should be able to build some necessary upgrades.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1.
Thanks for letting me know. Man, that's like a cannon firing in the Hunger Games. So I guess somebody's luck ran out. Okay. We need to get the depth module, and we need to figure something else out. With some copper wire, we should now be able to build the vehicle upgrade console. Great things for us. Question is, where do we want to use? Ah, in the wall. Okay, so where would be the safest place for you? Probably about here. And it's a little bit randomly placed, but we want to keep those other walls open for expansion. There we are. You've got to charge up, but that's okay. What can we build? We can build Seamoth modules. Okay, so with titanium ingots and glass, we can build our second Mark I. That's going to save us a whole lot of trouble. And we can actually build all kinds of things. Even the Seamoth can deliver torpedoes. And not to mention modules for the prawn. Then again, this pit may not look it, may look like an indoor swimming pool, but it is actually standing over quite a bit of depth. So maybe this isn't the place for a prawn? I didn't even know we could do that. We can even name the Seamoths. I shall... how do we do this? That is so cool. I'll tell you what, if we make it this sort of color, we can even do the interior. That's pretty awesome. We'll give you a bit of, I guess, orange for the interior. Even a stripe is possible. I had no idea this was possible. Okay, we'll try and get you roughly the same shade of orange. And that doesn't look as good out there. Maybe we'll just make you a nice white. And I think we can christen you Liberty. This is so cool. And of course you know what we're going to do with the other one, but cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, common modules, hull reinforcement, we can make them tougher. Engine efficiency, storage, so storage should work with you then. It's cheap too. And as for another one, we're going to need a titanium ingot and some more quartz. Okay, so that'll be our mission for now. We need one to leave you with. Now tell me, are you... Oh, you're a moonpool fragment. I thought maybe you were a Cyclops hull. Which is another thing I forgot about. Okay, so we got you. I'm actually just here looking for titanium, so that suits me just fine. In fact, have we actually cut into you? I honestly don't remember. It's a couple days between parts. Cyclops engine. Got you. We now have our second depth module, which we can turn immediately into the depth module Mark II. Oh, yeah, and we're definitely going to be upgrading the other one at a later date. But for now, we have got a life pod to go check out. Let's just make sure we insert that thing before we hit the road. Crush depth now 500 meters! That was a 200-meter upgrade, wow! And maybe we'll take this thing with us.
Welcome aboard Cal
But
Systems.
where are we headed? Life pod 17. Gotta look down to find life pod 2. Oh, we are literally reaching new depths with this episode. Forgive me for the pun. You know, this is actually the first episode I'm recording after the first 2 episodes became available to the Patreon. And something that I realized is that for some reason, like, Vegas just really does not like rendering this game. Like, it froze numerous times until I disabled GPU acceleration, and even then, only my Intel machine could do it. The Ryzen one couldn't. We're already deeper than any Seamoth has been before. It's a strange, creepy feeling. I mean, it's one thing to discover all these crazy caves and stuff, it's another to just have nothing but endless sand. Thank you, alien wildlife, to make me feel a little bit more at home. Oh wait, I've just realized, we discovered this like very early on in the game, blood oil. Not only do we need to replenish our stock of quartz, which seems to be plentiful in this biome, but I do also think we should maybe take a couple of samples of this to see what we can do with it. I'd suspected at one time that maybe it was required for aerogel, but that was quickly dispelled. There is a whole cave here. I don't like that sound. Don't like any of the sounds I'm hearing right now. Alright, we can go in another 100 meters. But then we'll have to ditch it for the sea glide. What are those noises I'm hearing? There's truly no sunlight here whatsoever. Okay. What are you guys? That's our first question. You're like a longer-legged crab. And maybe... Oh, that's the build tool. Not... blood crawlers. Does that mean that you perhaps subsist on this blood oil? An agile, territorial scavenger that moves in packs across the seabed, closely related to the amphibious cave crawler, but adapted to deep-sea conditions. The greatest difference between the crawlers on 4546b are the 4 legs which extend more than a meter from the blood crawler's torso, allowing it to move at a surprising speed across the seabed, and even to scale walls. The blood crawler can lower its entire body to bring its mandibles within grasping distance of the carrion on which it feeds, while retaining the maneuverability it requires to avoid its predators. Necessary waste recycler, avoid or incapacitate, but likely not dangerous to us, I imagine. That's good. But look at these. What's the deal with these blood oil roots? I mean, what are they connected to? They seem to be moving through the rock. What are you? Oh, great. We have a deep-sea cousin to you guys. Blighter. Okay, well, we've got a couple of things to read then. Normally I wait until later, but I really need to know all I can before descending too deep into a new biome. The blighter is a small predator that shares close resemblance to the more common biter, but tends towards a more solitary, less aggressive hunting style. While the red-tipped protrusion on the blighter's head once served as a sensory apparatus, it is adapted not to chase, but to coax its prey into its path. As prey creatures are attracted to the dancing of the stalk, the blighter can dart forward to catch and consume them. So it's like an anglerfish. One row of sharp, piercing teeth is all the blighter needs to tear through its prey. And it's apparently trying to tear into me. Doesn't it know I'm made of titanium? This creature has found little use for eyes in the deep dark caverns it inhabits, and its eyeballs are likely sensitive to nothing more than broad fluctuations in local light sources, like when a meal is crossing its path. Bleeder. Oh right, we encountered these earlier. Okay, there's a couple of parasites that we haven't actually read yet. A simple parasitic organism, little more complex than the common space tick, but just as dirty. It has a ductile sac used for collection and digestion of blood drawn from host creatures, rows of teeth and mandibles used to attach to the skin of its victims. The bleeder's low speed and poor defenses suggest they have evolved primarily as carrion feeders, but they're also prone to target larger living creatures which are less likely to notice and take action. As for the shuttlebug, it's quite a bit less dangerous, only eating things that kind of fall to the bottom, but otherwise not really an issue. Okay, where do I find the bloodroot? Is it a type of coral, maybe? No, it doesn't seem to be. Ah, there we go. It's considered exploitable flora. These root systems generally extend from one cave wall to another. Okay, so they're not actually moving through the rock, actually just between one piece and another. Where this root system breaks through into open water, its tendrils coil around one another for enhanced structural integrity. Where the root meets the cave wall, it penetrates into the rock and continues to grow, albeit at a slower rate. Both bloodroots and blood vines produce blood oil pustules, confirming that they are in fact one and the same flora species. The majority of the root system thrives within the rock itself, immediately disproving my theory, occasionally breaking into the open water to reach untapped mineral resources, or generating vines which feed on water-based nutrients. Well, it's never a normal field trip with a frizz, is it? But where was that beacon? Yes. We can get very close to you. Oh, and in here, it doesn't even open up. I mean, of course it makes sense. But we actually have surface access here. That's a little bit of peace of mind, at least. But you are in rough shape. We're also seeing those crab squids here, which is interesting. So they're not just found in that other biome.
Flotation devices failed.
We're flooding. Evacuate.
Wait. I can reconfigure the O2 system to act as a bilge pump.
It's working.
Okay, good news. We're alive and we've stopped sinking.
Bad?
The oxygen's going to run out in 30 minutes and we're 500 meters down.
What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can. Then we find a way to the surface.
Well, we see how that worked out. I'd like to think you got away, but the message we received before suggests otherwise. And what a horrific situation to end up in. Really, I just hope it was the decompression that got them. Oh, hello, you're a new species. I just love being able to nerd out about underwater biology. Deep shroom. A discolored relative of the acid mushroom, adapted to low-light conditions. Considerably more acidic than its shallow-dwelling cousin. It may have applications, hey buddy, of advanced fabrication or some such. Hang on, wait, I may need to incapacitate you for a bit. Hang on. Be gone. And maybe we will try and dissect you now. You are able to teleport out of this. The question then is, why don't you? Oh no, please leave Liberty alone. Please leave Liberty alone. You also need to wait your turn. What kind of damage did you do? It's actually looking fairly okay. Please do not do that. So you are still capable of fighting from within there. Okay, I need more of these acid shroom samples, because I think they're necessary for some of our more advanced material recipes. Please stop. Alright, let's grab our stuff and get going. So we'll take some EUs. About 4, 5, 6 should do it. More quartz, because we need to replenish what was there. And then we'll head back! What the heck is that? That's not an ampiel. That's not an ampiel, and it's turning back this way. Go, 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 go. Into the caves. Oh, we are so slow in this thing. Into the caves, into the caves, into the caves, into the caves. What the heck was that thing? Thing looked like the ghost of a Leviathan or something. Jeez. And it's just down here in the... Well, I say down here in the open, where it's so easy to forget how deep we really are. Now that we've got the Seamoth. You come back for round 2? I'm not interested. These fish are real bony looking. I don't remember if we've encountered them yet, but they're in a school, so we can't scan them. Well, it was definitely useful for science, but if anything, we've just learned how dangerous the deep really is. I suppose this upgrade means we don't really need that prawn anymore, as much as I'd still very much like to have it. But the biggest thing is we need to figure out what we're doing with those mushrooms. So if we have a look in here... no. We could do more if we had some more blood oil, make benzene. Hydrochloric acid. With salt and deep shrooms, we can make hydrochloric acid. And we can make synthetic fibers using the benzene. Alright. Whole new fields of material science here. I think I saw a use for hydrochloric acid over here. We need it to make... what exactly? Well, polyaniline for the swim charge, which isn't a huge priority. Also, I'm seeing the prawn suit depth module Mark II. So, I actually had assumed that the prawn doesn't have depth limits. But if it does, then it's probably a good thing that I didn't just put the vehicle bay on the surface and then drop it into the deepest place possible. And I could really use some shut-eye. Oh, never mind. I guess it was day. Could have fooled me. Tell you what, though, we can build the water filtration machine now. All we need is a little bit of copper, which we have. And then we just need aerogel, yeah? And what more? Bit of wire. And we've got this. Our water problems are over. We'll just put you right here, and this will be the place where all our stuff comes from. There we go. It does reduce hull strength just a little bit. Oh, but I see. It takes a long time. If we wanted to do this at a rate where we don't have to make our own at all, then we would have to do a lot more. Maybe have even a whole farm of these. Which could be a thing in the future, but not for now. Oh, hey, you guys are actually scannable. But it's not easy by any means. Please stay in that corner. Stay in that corner. No, and it's resetting too. Wait, I could probably use the stasis rifle on one. I could probably do that if one ever gets close enough again. What about you? No, you're just kind of hanging in space. Did that... Oh, it did work. Okay. There we go. Oh, we gotta use this thing more often. Skyray. The Skyray has a bird-like head and feathered wings which enable it to fly. Skyrays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to sea. They will perch on dry land, but are prone to flee on approach. Although its wings give it some resemblance in silhouette to the waterborne rays on 4546b, analysis shows no greater genetic overlap with those species than the planetary average. In fact, the Skyray appears to have split off the evolutionary tree much earlier than most. Largely seed-based diet, Skyrays have not been observed diving for food, which implies they rely on land-based plants for their survival. Presence may indicate dry land. In that case, you'd think we'd see the dry land far earlier than them, if it weren't for the draw distance. Good job, lighting. Hey there, Percy, which shall be your name even before we have the ability to officially name you. But you will certainly be receiving something before then, the Seamoth Mark II Depth Module, which does not stack, and we'll just have to bring the other one to the other one later. And we'll upgrade that too. Yeah, this is... we made such major leaps forward in this part. And I am not quite done yet. I am only 75% of the way through this session. Feels like the last few I spent so much time just going back and forth, and now I'm really starting to actually play the game. But here we are. And we've actually got to find some salt so I can make some water. Oh, I've also got the stuff for a fabricator. So, of course, we're going to want to do that as well. Where are you? There we go. And right there, looks about fine. I think this place also really needs a moon pool. Hey, lucky us, we do have bladderfish here. Although I'm still not quite ready to resort to that. Man, we don't even need to rely on the sea glide down here anymore. Diamonds. Tell you what then, I'm not sure there's salt here anyway. If we head west of here, maybe we can explore a little bit more uncharted territory. I've been kind of assuming that these islands are the boundaries of the map, but what if they're not? I haven't really been pushing boundaries too much. So how can I say where they are? Of course, we know that if we go too far beyond the Aurora, we'll start seeing, well, here be dragons. But now that we have the means to get down here, we may as well give it a shot, right? These areas are actually pushing it, and you're letting us know exactly that. Are you a new wreck? Also, I feel so friggin' bad for all these bladderfish, but you must understand there's simply nothing I can do. Maybe some usefulness over here? Membrane tree. I think I scanned you at one point and then died or had to reload. This entity defies neat categorization. It consists of more than one coral species working in tandem to create an insulated microcosm enclosed within a translucent membrane. Found exclusively growing on basalt rock in the Grand Reefs, the homeostatic conditions within are considerably warmer and more dense with microbial life than the outside environment, and the bright purple fauna inside will likely die off quickly if exposed. Wait, so what's the, can we do anything with you? I guess not. Interesting. You're your own little planet, essentially. We saw a way in, but can we cut into you? No. Scanner room fragment, we've got you already. Could that maybe be Cyclops Hull? No, it's so hard to tell from just all the other random debris.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yeah. We'll get those grow beds going soon, but first, what's going on in here? Hopefully we can find some nutrient blocks. You're not cuttable. I'm not finding a whole lot of cuttables lately.
Suspicious keyword. Religious. Detected. Beginning automated recording.
I find a tendency amongst Alterans to think not only that you have it best, but that yours is the only way to have it at all. In the Mongolian states, we have the freedom to work for ourselves. Hey! Most of us are contractors. Joe owns her own company. Whose ship are you living on right now? Yours or Altera's? You do well to remember whose ship you're on, Mongolian. According to my religious beliefs, this ship belongs to us all. We're all part of the same system. The only difference between us is where we choose to draw lines. Wise words for someone from a cowboy corporation fighting over rocks in the far reaches of space.
So maybe the whole world isn't quite as bad. Our competitors may actually have significantly superior quality of life. Little cave in there. Do you come out up here? Seems so, and I can't see anything to harvest. We've really got to eat. Oh, hey. Another vent. I'm not sure if this is one that we found earlier or not. Oh, hey, whoa. What are you? Are you the Oculus things? No, you're just a regular old peeper. Game plan now is we take some marble melon, and that will fill up our inventory. Good source of food, and hopefully something we can start growing right here at home. Actually, as far as a food source, it's almost a bit better than what we're growing in the other place, the bulbo trees. So this is a great place to refuel. It's also not bad on the water. So we'll need a couple of things to make that happen. First of all, we're probably going to need another... Unless there's room, we're probably going to need another multi-purpose room. So let's figure out what we can do here. We don't have a whole ton of titanium.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
If we want an interior grow bed, we actually can do it if we're willing to be a little bit tight on space. But this is something of an urgent matter. Great, we need one more. Do we have any? Not here. Oh, wait, no, we totally do. And finish you off. There we go. And in goes the marble melon. It started to decompose and become worth less in terms of food and water, but that should no longer be an issue. As for you, you're still doing good on energy. What if we try heading in a direction we've truly never gone before? Heading east-southeast. It really makes my head spin just how deep we can go now. I mean, look at this. The way these sacks just stand on their roots. It's like trying to fly between the buildings of a city. Something I happen to have experience with, if you've seen my flight simulator video. That was not a smart maneuver on my part. Anybody in here? Well, there's some Reginalds. Very edible Reginalds, we were informed. But nothing of much use that I can see. Everybody else seems to be using this place as a hiding spot. Can't blame them. I'm really mainly looking for shipwrecks at this point. It's you. So you guys hang out here in these depths. Or is it the depths? Is it these biomes? Well, no, because you were in those weird electric-looking plants before. Coming down here kind of reminds me of... Okay, do you guys remember in The Phantom Menace when they swim down to the Gungan city? Seeing this stuff appear, I can't help but be reminded of it. I don't know if I've seen that movie in full since I saw it in theaters. can hear more warble buddies behind me, and some electro buddies on top of me. But as long as we're heading towards what I believe to be the edges of the world, but as long as we're not running into leviathans, we're good. As long as we can still see seafloor, let's not stop until we're stopped. I guess then we'll just continue to follow this trench. Anytime it dips, I'm anticipating the appearance of a big cave entrance. Those things seem to appear periodically down here. I'm sorry, I'm just squinting to try and figure out if that's land or some huge creature, but thankfully, it seems to be a very precariously balanced island. I wonder if we can find anything on top? Look at the sunlight. You know things have gotten crazy when 300 meters feels like, oh, that's not that deep. Let's continue heading east and dive once more. And things are starting to flatten out. What are you? Are those your eyes? If so, it kind of makes your third leg look sort of like a proboscis. Okay, I obviously want to learn more about you, although we'll equip the stasis rifle just in case you're a meanie. But I don't think you will be. You're dropping something or kicking something up. Sea Treader. Oh, hang on. Gotta stay a little closer. I mean you no harm. What are you knocking around down there? Well, there's some shale. Probably use some gold for our closer base. Diamonds. Alright, let's get back here and do some reading. You guys are actually considered leviathans. A vast bipedal leviathan which roams the reefs in herds, grazing the seafloor. Antennae on the creature's head can detect a range of scents, helping the sea treaders to find fresh grazing pastures, avoid the path of large predators, and sense chemical signals from others of their kind. Thick armor protects the creature from attack by all but the largest of carnivores. 2 legs extend from the rear. Used to siphon up plant material from the seafloor and maintain balance, it has an elongated snout. Large herds would decimate the flora of a single area, thus encouraging the sea treader's migratory behavior. Families keep their young towards the center of the herd, and parents will lash out at over-curious interlopers in search of an easy meal. Sea treader herds may unearth mineral deposits as they churn up sand. That's precisely what you're doing. If we're ever strapped for stuff, we can just follow you around. That is so cool. But now we need to eat up. Right after we do a little bit more searching. Okay, so now I'm actually in a little bit of a pickle, where even though it claims to be enabled, I can't find the Aurora Rendezvous site. Oh, no, it would have to be over here, so why isn't it actually appearing? That doesn't make much sense to me. Fibonacci wrote that variety is the source of life, so maybe we'll get a couple of more things and put those in the grow bed as well, and we'll have half and half. I mean, it seemed to work for these guys. It's out here that I'm really starting to realize the utility of the heated knife. It's actually going to be up there on my list of priorities now, simply because I think it could really save us in a jam. Being able to cook food on the fly, that's really huge. But we can put a couple of use guys in there and start growing that. And we can take you and... yeah, no, you're actually... you don't seem to be propagating. You're fully grown. Can I slice you? Can I actually get you to reproduce? That's what I'm asking. Let's try some new fishies then, given that these things aren't behaving the way I want. I think the Chinese potatoes should do us a bit better. So we'll have what we need soon. Wow, the hoopfish are actually really good. As are the eyes. That'll keep us going for a bit. Oh, a new wreck. Okay, I think I have to end it after this, but there seems to be good stuff here. Scanner room fragments, whatever. We need titanium. There's a way in through here. Yep. Huh, have we been here already? We have. Wait, how have we been here already? Where the heck are we? Oh, we must be getting fairly close then to where we came from the life pod. Down into the canyon. Well, not really canyon, just sort of a slope. If we can just find those guys again. Why are there so many scanner fragments all over the place? It really wants me to have that. Maybe I should look into building it. Especially at our second outpost, which is kind of unshred territory. Speaking of the word shred, whatever happened to our buddies? Oh, you guys are starting to become quite aggressive. I don't like it. But we're also seeing Aurora parts. If we were to surface, I wonder how close we actually are. Yeah, no, we're seeing gigantic parts all over. So much titanium. And I'm hearing a lot of rumbles, which means either very mean things, or could we actually have gotten close to the wreck without realizing it? And it looks like it's either dawn or sunset up there. We're a kilometer from the life pod. Oh wow, we're way around the back. Okay, that means two things. The first is that we are in unexplored territory, which is what we want. The second thing is that here be dragons. If we go too far beyond, we might start running into some big leviathans. Where are those torpedoes when you need them? We didn't build that module. So we were heading east. So let's keep going along that line of thinking. These guys are real weird, the peepers. I mean, honestly, it throws me for a loop every time I see them with their eyes closed. I'm wondering, is that a behavior that existed in early access? Huh, I wonder what results in those finger formations. Like, how does something like that come about? Things are real weird down here, and we're not even all that deep, relatively speaking. Oh, but we're about to be. I think I've maybe gone a bit too far. Yep, I think this is the edge. I think this is as far as we go. Let's just hug this wall and see what we can do then. So I am not brave enough for that. Please stop making those horrific noises. More scanner room. This stuff is literally everywhere. I'm kind of surprised. Like, you would think if it didn't want us coming over here, it wouldn't leave so many rewards. But here we are. These things are almost like fingers in an extended hand begging you to not go any further. Hello, what is that over there? Hang on. First of all, let's grab you. Get away from anything which may wish to cause harm, which is everything. More scanner room, which is hilarious. Is that another... No, that's not a moon pool. And I think we would be wise not to bring our stuff in here. Is it just me, or are you bigger than the other ones? Okay, let's leave you for now. Turn off our light, because I know that attracts you. Where's our repair tool? Repair tool. Let's make sure Percy will be okay for a while. And see what's going on. This episode ain't over yet. I'll listen to the echo of our clattering footsteps going through here. What is this? It's occurring to me now that I've literally never looked at that document explaining where all these things are. But you know what? Doesn't matter. I've enjoyed exploring for myself. And who knows, maybe we can even find something to eat here. Well, tell you what, perhaps not. We have found something else. Look at you. Can we perhaps insert an ion cube here? No. Oh no, we can't. I was really hoping we could. But we know that there will be another fast travel here, and, you know, those other ones being in caves, they are somewhat annoying. Annoying because we can't... we have to navigate to and from them. It takes a long time, so having something that's more or less underwater would be a huge deal. Well, we may not have learned anything, except that this place will be important to us later on. Where... okay, I was worried something had dragged off our Seamoth. We need to make a note of where we are. We are, I guess, approximately 1,300 meters south of the life pod. Look at Lego Island over there loading in. I guess they really don't expect you to be spending much time close to the surface. But I think I'm gonna head back downstairs and check our crops, and then we'll call it here. I want to do more so badly, but this has already been a pretty packed episode, and I need to leave myself some room to actually get this edited in time. So many exciting discoveries and new builds. We've got this space operational, we've ascended to truly new depths. I did not expect that upgrade to count for so much, and there's still another one we can build. And we discovered some crazy new creatures and materials. I think we're gonna start doing some more exploring in the northern direction. This extreme, but on the other side of the Aurora. Let's see, are you good eating? Decently. Decently. You're better for food than water, so we may have to get some other things, but you're certainly not bad at all. You know, I'm actually really curious. If I were to use the stasis rifle, could I get you to release your enzymes? There we go. Deploy that. Oh no, you'll still go. Alright, well, I've just kind of inconvenienced your day for no reason. I'm just trying to get the stuff I need to build the scanner room. So strange to see the surface suddenly come into view like that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we clearly can't rely on the Aurora Rendezvous beacon, so I think it's about time we did actually build and plop down a beacon here. And of course we have plenty of copper left over to do what we really need to do. So if we go to deployables, beacon, that'll be the first thing. Where do we do that? You? Be free, little buddy. And now we will put the scanner room. Where should that go? Probably out over this ledge, right? I was thinking about putting it directly above. Maybe that'll be cool. How we get into it, though, I'm not sure. I think it might have something in the middle of it, so that's why I'm a little wary of doing that. That should be just fine. I hope we have enough power. And maybe we'll have to put some Chinese potatoes in there. But I did want to see what this thing was.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
How are you doing? Still good on those pink caps? And here we are. Oh! Oh! We can actually use you, I guess, to look for different items. So here is us, and here's the place around us. That is awesome! We can even upgrade the scanner room. It's got a fabricator, camera drone, scanner room HUD, streams data from scanner room. So can we actually get others to communicate? Okay, hang on. This might actually be far more useful than I was thinking. Look. With this scan range, we can even see the bottoms of the island above us. This is such a unique thing. Oh. Oh, I guess we've already got a drone, and it says camera 2. Alright, I'm sorry, this is a lot going on right at the very end of the episode. And it is limited in battery power. And can apparently be destroyed. Okay, let's recall you then. Use E to exit. If we set you to look for fragments, then you'll do a scan. Maybe you'll be faster with upgrades. Oh, I see. And you can find about where they are. That's really, really awesome. I wonder if we can actually project that to the Sea Glide's HUD. I mean, I wouldn't assume so. We can't even turn it on in here. Up and down. Oh, you show up on the... Okay. And maybe we can use you as a beacon. All right, I'm starting to see how this all works. So if I go like that, yes, that's how we find things. Oh, that is so, so cool. And it takes a moment to bring you in. All right, we are definitely going to be messing with this further in the next episode. But this will all have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.